What if the real danger isn't just Soups, but the world they're about to control? Season 4 of The Boys takes everything to another level. Here's everything you need to remember before what comes next. The CIA sends the boys to assassinate Victoria Newman, but the mission fails when her daughter Zoe reveals her powers and violently attacks them. Meanwhile, Ryan learns Billy Butcher is dying due to his use of V24, with only months left. At the CIA, Butcher reconnects with Joe Kessler, who tries to pull him back into the fight against Soups. At the same time, Homelander, growing paranoid about aging and tired of blind loyalty, recruits the genius Sister Sage to reshape the Seven. Together, they orchestrate chaos. Sage manipulates events around Homelander's trial, leading to a riot after his not guilty verdict, while a train frames Starlight supporters by dumping bodies into the crowd. Butcher nearly makes a deal with Newman for the Red River files, but backs out after a haunting vision of Becca, and Huey faces a personal crisis as his father suffers a stroke, forcing him to reconnect with his estranged mother. Butcher reveals he's dying, but the boys reject him and kick him out. Still, he secretly tracks them and helps spy on Sister Sage, who is recruiting the alt-right suit Firecracker at Truthkin. Meanwhile, a train, burdened by guilt, secretly gives Huey and Annie files that clear the Starlighters of murder. Homelander and Sage stage Ryan's first public rescue, but it spirals when Homelander goes off script, pushing Ryan into accidentally killing a stuntman. In the end, Butcher tries to make things right with MM and rejoin the boys, but he's still turned away. Homelander brings Sister Sage and Firecracker into the Seven, naming Sage the new CEO while demoting Ashley to a powerless mascot. Meanwhile, Butcher teams up with Kessler to plan Ryan's kidnapping, but when he finally meets the boy, he hesitates and chooses to bond with him instead. At the same time, Annie confronts Firecracker, who reveals a deep grudge over a rumor that destroyed her career. Huey and MM attempt to spy on Homelander, Newman, and Sage's plan to assassinate presidential candidate Robert Singer, but things go wrong when Homelander senses Huey and nearly kills him until a train secretly saves him. Ryan returns home, and Homelander, shaken by his visit with Butcher, spirals into a disturbing mental breakdown. Meanwhile, Huey clashes with his mother after she plans to take his father off life support. Desperate, Huey and Kimiko obtain Compound V from a train to save him. At the same time, Annie tries to partner with presidential candidate Robert Singer to bring down Vought, but everything falls apart when Firecracker exposes Annie's past abortion, publicly destroying her image and ending the deal, leading to a violent confrontation between them. Elsewhere, Frenchie investigates Firecracker but is attacked by Ezekiel, only for Butcher to step in and later awaken to find Ezekiel mysteriously torn apart. Butcher admits he tried using Compound V to cure himself, but it only made his condition worse. In a shocking turn, Huey's father wakes from his coma after being injected with V. After Huey's father wakes from his coma, Daphne admits she gave him Compound V, but the side effects quickly turn deadly. Meanwhile, Butcher tells the boys about a virus capable of killing Soups currently in Newman's possession and teams up with MM to seek Stan Edgar's help in retrieving it. Their search leads them to a farmhouse where V and the virus are being tested on animals, but chaos erupts when mutated creatures attack. They find Dr. Samir Shah, the last person with a sample, but are forced to use it to survive, destroying the remaining virus. Samir disappears and is presumed dead, while Newman secretly frees Edgar by killing his escort. Back at the hospital, Huey's father, now unstable and powerful, accidentally kills patients before briefly regaining clarity, leading Huey to make the heartbreaking decision to end his life. Elsewhere, Homelander declares the Seven will act as ruthless gods for the greater good, executing VNN anchor Cameron Coleman after framing him as a traitor. Frenchie, consumed by guilt, turns himself in, and in a final twist, Butcher reveals to Kessler that Samir is actually alive, and now his captive as he plans to recreate the deadly virus. The boys infiltrate Tech Knight's mansion during a high-profile party attended by Newman and the Seven, disguising Huey as Webweaver. When Tech Knight uncovers Huey's identity and prepares to torture him, the team storms in to save him. During the chaos, he shoots Sister Sage in the head before suffering a panic attack. But a train rescues him and gets him to the hospital, while Sage ultimately survives. Annie and Kimiko free Huey and capture Tech Knight, forcing him to reveal that Homelander and Sage plan to turn his prisons into internment camps before his own butler, Elijah, kills him. Meanwhile, Homelander and Newman manipulate senators into turning against President Singer, and Firecracker confirms to Homelander that the real leak is still out there. Elsewhere, Butcher holds Samir hostage, forcing him to recreate a stronger version of the soup-killing virus, one powerful enough to kill Homelander, even if it risks wiping out all soups. As pressure mounts, Butcher realizes that Kessler is not real, but another hallucination like Becca, exposing that his deteriorating mind is being torn apart by the tumor caused by V. Butcher breaks Frenchie out of jail to help Samir finish the soup-killing virus, while Amim steps down as leader and considers leaving with his family until a train convinces him to stay. The team uncovers a plot to assassinate President Singer using a shape-shifting soup. Meanwhile, Homelander, suspecting a leak, kills Webweaver, while Huey fails to convince Newman to stand down. When Homelander sends the Deep and Black Noir Regiment 2 to eliminate the boys, a brutal fight breaks out, but a train and MM manage to save them. Enraged, Homelander fires Sister Sage after learning a train was the leak, though a train escapes the country with his family. At the same time, Ryan rebels against Homelander, publicly rejecting him before walking away. Frenchie and Kimiko reconcile over their shared guilt, but everything falls apart when Samir injects Kimiko with a virus and escapes, forcing Frenchie to amputate her leg to stop it from spreading. As Butcher collapses in a bar, the twist hits. Annie wakes up imprisoned, realizing she has been replaced by the shape-shifting soup as the assassination plot moves forward. As Butcher recovers, Mallory brings Ryan to see him and reveals the truth about Homelander, urging Ryan to kill him, but Ryan refuses, accidentally killing Mallory before fleeing. This pushes Butcher to fully embrace his darker side. Meanwhile, Homelander orders the Seven to eliminate anyone at Vought with incriminating evidence, leading Ashley to inject herself with Compound V to survive. As Frenchie continues developing the virus, the boys track President Singer in a bunker and uncover the shapeshifter posing as Annie. A fight breaks out, and the real Annie arrives just in time to kill her double. Everything escalates when Homelander exposes Newman as a soup on live TV, forcing her to seek Huey's help in exchange for protection. But when the boys meet with her, Butcher intervenes, kills Newman with his new powers, and takes the virus. Sage reveals the plan has worked as Singer is arrested, allowing Speaker Stephen Calhoun to become president, pledge loyalty to Homelander, and declare martial law. The boys are ambushed and captured, except Annie, who regains her powers and escapes. In the end, Butcher drives off with the virus, and in a final tease, Homelander is shown where Soldier Boy is being held. And that's your full recap of The Boys Season 4. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one.